So I know you're a serial entrepreneur. You're well known in the Austin community to run successful businesses. Why the beauty industry? What really drew you into this?
Again, unintended consequence. I sold my business, Bulldog, in 2020, and wasn't really looking for something next to do, but was looking for fun projects, things to take up time that would be really fun, and um, things that I like to think I'm a learner, and I just new things that I can learn. And I talked a lot with my longtime friend Stuart Wallach, your neighbor,
Hmm.
about doing something with Stuart. And Stuart is a really, really brilliant uh, consumer e-commerce guy. He's launched a lot of brands really successfully, and he's a great guy to boot. And um, looking for something to do with him, and the opportunity arose when another mutual friend, a person you both have met and know, Dr. Zvi Yaniv.
Hmm.
Um, Dr. Zvi is a 79-year-old nanophysicist and maybe one of the smartest people I've ever met. He's also a diabetic and was suffering from diabetic neuropathy. His feet were burning all the time on pins and needles. And he's a really curious guy, a really smart guy, and he hated being on drugs. He hated gabapentin. And his working thesis was that his nerves were choking to death, and if he could somehow get oxygen into his feet, they wouldn't hurt so bad. And he did what he did. He closed his door and went to work, and a year and a half later, developed a treatment that he also received several patents for, to deliver oxygen nanobubbles suspended in a hydrogel into his feet. Great product. And he asked me if I would help him commercialize it. And I invited Stu. I said, Stu, let's take a peek. And we spent a lot of time learning more about Zvi, learning more about his company Parafex, and NoxyPure, the product. And great product, but we're digital marketing guys. And people with diabetic neuropathy are not the most digital. They're 70 and 80 and 90 years old, for the most part, not all of them, but it's an older population. But along the way, we kept hearing from people like you, exactly, including you, that wow, the promise of delivering oxygen into the skin is really fascinating and a really big opportunity. And that really was you hear that enough times, you start kicking indoors.
Yeah.
And we worked with Parafex to negotiate some licenses to go develop some other use cases. We had no idea what it was going to do. And that's enter Valerie Hint, Dr. Valerie Hint, who was leaving her practice at Westlake Dermatology. And she really guided the way towards focusing on inflammatory conditions. She helped us make the product simpler and dumb it down from a hydrogel to distilled water and oxygen, and helped us launch it and bring it to market. And at every step along the way, I promise I thought the wheels would come off the bus and the bus would burst into fire. And at every step along the way, I thought we were getting false positives. But even our earliest, crudest versions of it, people that used it loved it and told us that they loved it. And that was really the genesis to lean in and start a company.